This story was about the most wanted assassin in the world who was betrayed and killed by the organization he served. But after he died, the goddess offered him a mission in exchange for his new life in another world. The story started when he was about to return to Japan with his apprentice after their mission. But while they were on the plane, the organization had already planned to kill him by blowing it up. He woke up facing a goddess, and according to the goddess, she summoned her soul after he died. He was given two choices, and the first was to reborn his soul into another person pure and no memories of the past life. The second is to live in another time with preserved memory and experience but a new life. She added that he has a mission there to kill the hero who could destroy the whole world in the future. Since he had been controlled and had been a tool of an organization his whole life, he wanted to experience living a life in which he has full control of himself. So he accepted the second offer of the goddess. The goddess explained his mission and said he only had 18 years left to do it, after he was born again. 16 years after he was born, the hero would defeat the demon lord and save the world, but after this, the hero would use his power, which will be the cause of chaos in the world. And in the 18th year, the world would be completely destroyed. This hero could not be defeated by a mere warrior, knight, or magician, but he can be killed by an assassin. She also informed him that in the world he was going to use magic, so the goddess also explained other pieces of information he needed to know. He was also asked to wait for the hero to kill the demon lord because only the hero could do it. He also clarified to the goddess whether she wanted the hero to be killed or to save the world. The goddess replied that it would be better that the world would be saved, so it would not be necessary to kill the hero. She made him choose 5 skills that he would use starting from S rank to D rank. He first chose rapid recovery from the S rank, second was spell weaver, third was limitless growth, fourth was martial arts, and the last one that he did not expect to belonged only to D rank skill. The attributes he chose were just the 4 basic attributes. After this preparations, he was sent to another world where he would start his new life. He was born in a noble family of Tuatha to the couple Kian and Esri and named him Lu. According to the goddess, this was also the family of an assassin like him. 7 years later, Lu was in the kitchen because he was the one to cook his food to fill his body with the nutrition he needed. Once a week his father also checked his body. This examination was the basis to know if Lu would be ready for the next training that his father prepared for him. Their family was well-known medical experts in the Alvin Kingdom and secretly serving as an assassin from orders by the royal family. Aside from being the doctors of the nobles, it was their task to eliminate anyone who was planning something bad to the kingdom. Lu did not expect that his family could be this strong. His father was also teaching him about medical and assassination techniques. Because of this, Lu gained more knowledge and made improvements to himself faster than expected. His father then decided to bequeath the mystic eyes to him. It had the ability to see clearly even at a long distance and could see a person's mana. According to Lu, he also desired to have it for it could be of great help for him as an assassin. A few days after the successful surgery on his eyes, Lu immediately used the ability of the mystic eyes. One day, his father announced the arrival of the one who would train him in the use of magic. When she met him, she immediately showed her ability to amaze him. As she started teaching Lu, she asked him to hold the far stone and used it to know Lu's magical capacity. She told him to focus his mana on the far stone, and she was surprised that the mana was overflowing from it. She was amazed at what she saw. But it overflowed even more, and in a few seconds it caused a crack on the stone, which was dangerous. So she immediately told Lu to throw away the far stone. When he threw it away, it exploded with great force in the sky. Lu's parents came and asked Dia if Lu did that. She thought that Lu's parents would be angry, but they were even happier because their son possessed great magic. The next day, Dia studied Lu's attributes. When she saw that Lu had fire and water, she was happy because they were the same as having 2 attributes. But she was even surprised to know that he also had earth and wind attributes. Lu also learned some spells from her, but he could not read them yet. After he heard the spell mentioned by Dia, he easily imitated it, but it was not yet perfect compared to hers. With his repeated practice, he was able to perfect the spell. One day, Lu had her write down the letters and numbers of the spells she knew because he wanted to see something. When Lu saw the slight difference between copper and iron, he immediately knew that the numbers were the specific gravity, melting point, and atomic weight. Because of this, Lu was able to create a spell for making gold. He asked her to try it, but it consumed her power and made her weak all of a sudden. But when Lu tried it, he successfully made gold. Lu thought that maybe it was because of his B-rank skill as a spellweaver. Then he also found a way for her to do this spell, and she succeeded in doing it too. From Luga's discovery, they were able to do more magic spells. They had also made a gun, but he knew that this weapon was too weak to kill the hero. He tried to make a cannon, but even though Lu tried his best to make it sturdy, the parts of the cannon still broke with just one use. After Dia's 2 weeks of training with Lu, she would have to return to her kingdom. That night, Lu gave her a knife made of beta titanium alloy while she gave him the calculated far stone as a gift. The next day Dia bid goodbye and left. Then his father took Lu and prepared him for his first kill. He was brought to the prison where a woman was jailed and had a death sentence. Since this was not new to Lu, he did not hesitate to end the woman's life. After 3 years, Lu thought of finding someone who also had a mana to help him in his missions. But while observing the people in the city, he did not see anyone possessing mana. One day while he was hunting, he saw a girl surrounded by wolves. He approached the girl and let her hold his things. He created a weapon with his magic and killed the wolves one by one. According to this girl, she was kicked out from the place where she was staying to reduce the people so they could save some of the food they needed to consume. Because the girl was hungry, Lu cooked food to feed her. While eating, Lu decided to adopt her so she could be of help to him. He also told her that he was an assassin and killed people. Despite this information, this girl was still interested to go with him. This girl introduced herself as Tarda. A few hours ago when he saw her, Lu realized he had seen her possessing a mana. And because Tarda also mentioned that she had dreamed about the god, he thought that maybe Tarda was sent to help him. 2 years later, Lu also examined Tarda's body to prepare her for her training. In a short time, she quickly learned the skills she would need to help Lu. One night, he saw her practicing with a dagger and noticed that she was struggling to use it. So he created a spear and had it tested by Tarda, and as expected it turned out to be the best weapon for her. One night, his father summoned him to discuss things related to Tarda. His father was concerned that Tarda might be a spy and was sent to obtain the techniques of their family. But based on Lu's 2 years of observing her, he was sure that she had not even once lied to him. This made him conclude that they just met by chance. His father also mentioned about his test that once he passes it would be ready to be a professional assassin and do the actual missions. This test was to fight his father, and whether he wins or loses it would not be the basis if he passed or not. They immediately started the test in a forest, and his father's movements in the fight were beyond his expectations. During the fight, he was having a hard time finding a way to guess what his father could be thinking in his next attack. He decided to trick his father and succeeded. He won the fight and passed the test. Because of this, Lu began to join in his father's missions. One by one they killed the nobles who were only doing evil things. One day while on their way home after visiting a noble, his father informed him of the last test. He wanted Lu to become a merchant so that he can easily be invited by the nobles who would buy his products. His father also added that before Lu was born, he already made an agreement with the owner of the Balor Trading Company and created the fake identity that Lu could use in this mission. Lu would pretend to be the company owner's son using a fake persona agreed upon them in the name Illig Balor. While Lu pretends to be an Illig Balor, he would train himself there until he turned into 14 years old. One night, there was a gathering of the entire Tuatha clan to announce the upcoming travel of Lu for his final test in becoming the next head of the Tuatha clan. But there was one member of their clan, Rona, who was against Lu being the next leader because he was said to be more worthy than him. Because of this, Lu proved to the whole clan that he was stronger than Rona by knocking him down in front of them. After the incident, Lu visited Rona to offer him to be his companion if he became the leader of Tuatha clan. He wanted Rona to become a knight of the Tuatha instead of an assassin. Rona accepted Lu's offer, so Lu gave him a sword. He promised Lu that he would train himself to be even stronger until he returned from his test. The day of his departure had come and Tarda came with him in the journey. When they arrived in the city of Milteu, Lu also changed the color of his hair. Then they visited an orphanage run by Torin to get a new companion to be with them. He chose Maha, but according to Torin she could be obtained after the third day. Lu agreed on this and told Torin that he would return to get Maha. But it turned out that Torin had decided to make money first out of Maha by sending her to someone else. While they were on their way, so she tried to escape by jumping out of the carriage. She ran to the forest. Fortunately, Lu appeared to help her. He beat this man along with Torin. They also saved the other girls who were with Maha in the orphanage. With the help of the current father of Lu and the owner of the Balor company, they adopted Maha and had her become part of the family. After that, Mr. Balor and Lu talked about a vacant building that was good for a business and that he wanted to be ran by Lu. He believed in Lu and trusted his ability even though he had only been training for 6 months. Lu shared this with Maha and Tarta and he also informed them about his plan. They discussed that they needed to focus on 2 things, and the first was to make the store profitable and the second was let it be a shop whose main customers were nobles for assassination purposes. He also wanted to make it a shop for women. They would sell cosmetics and sweet foods to attract the noble customers. Lu showed to Mr. Balor and to his wife about the product that he would sell in the store. This was the moisturizer that had not been invented yet in this era. Mr. Balor's wife liked it so much that she approved of Luga's plan and pledged support to it financially. Lu did not mention the important ingredient in its production, which is called lecithin, which could only be obtained from the Tuatha de residents to protect the secrecy of the product and the business in the future. They named the brand of their product Orna, then made Maha its assistant manager in the store and she brought his friends to work there. Within 6 months Lu's product was quickly recognized. According to Tarta, she found out that the other companies were sending spies to try to find out how the moisturizer was made. One night, someone tried to enter his room but he was easily caught by Tarta and Maha. They took him to the basement and they tortured him to make him confess who ordered him to do it. Once every month he also visited Dia to discuss the spells she was written. While Maha was busy operating the business and selling the Orna moisturizer and gathering the information they need from the nobles, Lu was sending Tarta on missions to hone her fighting skills. Lu also found out that Tarta had been known by the name as Lightning Quick Battle Maiden. By the 2nd year of Lu's stay in Milteu, he commissioned Maha to continue operating the Orna business while he was in Tuatha de Mansion to continue his training as an assassin. Maha mentioned that she wanted to open a new store in a nearby town and showed to him its location. Upon knowing where she wanted to open the store, he was reminded of the information from what he had done before when he investigated about Maha's past. He learned that Maha was the daughter of the owner of another well-known trading company, but unfortunately her parents were killed by their staff to own the company. When Maha felt the danger to her life, she left and went to Milteu. The location that Maha was pointing to was the first store that her father invested in the trading company. Lu did not object to Maha's plan as long as she achieved the expected result too. The next day Lu and Tarta left to go back to their mansion. While on the way, Lu felt mana from distance and saw the wild animals. Tarta begged Lu to let her finish these wild creatures so that she could show him the developments in her fighting skills from her training. She did not fail him because she killed the wild animals quickly. When they arrived at the mansion, Lu was being greeted by his mother, then he immediately went to meet his father. In their conversation, his father told him another reason why he trained Lu to Mr. Balor as a merchant. He wanted to give Lu some options on how he wanted to live his life, either to continue being an assassin or to take another path. He added that Mr. Balor even visited and encouraged him to stop Lu from being an assassin and just focus on making him a merchant because it was what he believed better for Lu. His father admitted that although their family served as assassins of the kingdom, they might not be protected by nobles in some situations. The day would also come when the kingdom might abandon them if the things they did would be exposed, and there was a possibility that other nobles would betray them too. So his father decided to register Lu as Illig Valor so that he could live in another person in case the kingdom would abandon them one day. But he answered his father that he was still determined to live as an assassin because he loved the Tuatha de family and the people he met was important to him too. He remembered his past and would not let the betrayal to repeat in his current life. He would not let it happen again and get killed no matter who his client was. Lu also added one reason to his father, that he was in love with Dia. So he needed to maintain his status as a noble, which a merchant could not have. He wanted to be worthy so one day he could marry her, for she a daughter of a count. Because of Lu's decision to continue being an assassin, he was immediately given the mission of his father, and for the first time he would do it himself. The person he was going to kill was a noble named Asba Venkor, who was exposing the military secrets of their kingdom to another kingdom in exchange for the drug called Vizian, which he also distributed to their city. Before Lu carried out the mission, he wanted to gather information about the target on whether he would need to kill this person. So he sent a letter to Maha to gather the data that he needed regarding the hidden secrets of his target. While waiting for Maha's answer, he and Tarta went to the city so they could see what their target was doing and its effect on the citizens. When they arrived at the place, they saw the soldiers affected due to the exposure of military secrets in other kingdoms. On the way, they met a girl selling gooseberry jam. Lu immediately found out what these contained, so he threw them away. Suddenly, those people involved in spreading the Vizian in the city came out and surrounded them. They immediately attacked these men and quickly defeated them. When Lu heard the child's reason why she was doing this, they accompanied her to its house. There they saw its mother, who was addicted to Vizian. The girl approached her, but she had not carrying anything for her mother, that's why the girl was attacked by her. Then Lu intervened and used his power to calm her down. When Maha's answer came, they confirmed the informations and Lu decided to kill Asba Venkor. Together with Maha, they went to Asba's mansion to show to his wife their product Orna. Because of this, they got information from Asba's wife about his Targeta's daily activities. A few days later, Lu and Tarta began their preparation in assassinating Asba. They chose its routine every night of drinking wine on the balcony of the mansion. When Lu saw him with his mystic eyes, he immediately shot Asba on its head, killing him on the spot. One day while riding in a carriage, Maha gave him an update about the divine treasure that he was looking for. It was a magic spear called Gai Bolg, which was currently owned by Satanta Magnus. He was also known as Kran's Hound and has a great possibility of becoming a hero. Maha planned to negotiate in order to acquire the Gai Bolg. But she also found out that there was currently a civil war going on in the kingdom of Swigel. And Dia's clan was included as a member of the army to fight under the kingdom. Lu immediately went to Dia and told her about the divine treasure held by one of the rebels. There was a possibility that this person was also the hero, which could be difficult to beat. So Lu encouraged her to leave the kingdom and said that he could help her have a new life and use his other identity as the son of the Baylor. But she did not agree to Lu's offer because she knew that she had responsibilities in the kingdom. Lu could not do anything about it, and he knew he could not change her mind, so they decided to take a walk in the city. Dia also changed the color of her hair so as not to gain attention from the people. Lu could feel that the city was full of great warriors nearby. They saw a child crying and looking for its mother. They decided to help the child. When the child was reunited with his mother, both of them were relieved and happy for the child. On the day of his departure, Dia informed him that she might be busy on the next few days and they might not meet during this time. Before Lu could leave the city, he promised her that he would make her lasagna next time they meet. A few moments later, after Lu left, she took the attention of the warriors who had been around for a while and were watching them and told them to prepare. One day a wounded man came to Tuathada's mansion. The man was ordered to deliver a message for his father's new mission, which was to assassinate Dia. This information bothered Lu so much. His father decided to send Lu on this mission, but he told his son that he could refuse this because he knew how his son felt about Dia. Because of the defeat of the army which the kingdom of Da also siding with, one noble wanted to get her because of Da's inheritance. But the Viakane group did not agree to this and formed an army to protect her. Then Lu immediately understood what this mission meant. This plan was Dia's father's way to let his daughter escape by pretending that Dia was killed from an assassination. Lu accepted this mission because of his debt to Dia and his promises to her. Despite this information, he was still willing to continue the mission. Before Lu left for the Viakane region, Tarta offered him help so he could get there faster. She used her power as a shield to protect Lu from wind resistance as they speed up their pace. Tarta did this until she ran out of mana, then let him continue his journey on his own since she could no longer keep up. Lu continued to run until he reached the castle by nightfall. He saw the number of enemies outside the castle reaching 1,500, while the army of the Viakanes did not even exceed to 200 people. Using his mystic eyes, he looked for those soldiers that were mana holders on the side of the opponents and he shot them one by one. The enemies immediately noticed that someone was targeting their magic users. Lu used his bow and attached the far stones he was carrying to the arrowhead. Once the arrows hit the targets, they exploded, causing the enemies to panic. Lu searched the castle and saw the room where Dia was hiding through his mystic eyes. The army of Viacanes learned that the enemies were at the state of panic, so they took advantage of it and they rushed to attack them too. While the battle continued outside, Lu went to the room where Dia was located. He saw her safe together with her father. When Dia saw him, she immediately ran to him and hugged him. Lu brought a dead body of a soldier and told them that they would use it to fake Dia's death. Lu told her to yell at the window and then close it, for they were going to set the room on fire. But before she could do it, Lu suddenly felt the same danger he felt in his past life. Then someone attacked them, so Lu immediately threw something that would counter the attack of the opponent, but it still went straight to them. The castle exploded and Lu saw a man full of mana. Lu took out his bombard weapon and immediately aimed at this man, but it did not even scratch him. Lu also noticed that he had an S-rank skill also known as Berserk, so he knew that the bombard weapon would not be useful against it. According to Dia's father, this was the man who stopped the civil war. After the kingdom realized that there was nothing they could do to defeat this man, they immediately gave up. Then Lu remembered what Maha told him, and he was able to confirm that it was Satanta Magnus who had the possibility of becoming a hero. Aside from that, he also possessed the weapon known as the Divine Treasure, Gai Bolg. Satanta challenged Lu to a duel, and if Lu won, they would retreat and would never bother the Viacane region again. But if Lu lost in the fight, Satanta would take Dia. Lu accepted Satanta's challenge, then he created an object and let it flew into the sky. He brought Dia's father as a witness to this duel. When they got close to Satanta, Lu talked to him and asked to give him time while they wait for the return of the thing he threw into space. In order to calculate the right time and exact landing, Lu already had trained on the island that Maha found. With only a few seconds left, Lu told Satanta that he would toss the coin, which would be the signal for the start of their fight. When the coin fell, Satanta was hit at the same time by the thing that Lu had been waiting from the sky. This caused a very powerful explosion and injured Lu as he was thrown by the great force from it, while Satanta could no longer be seen due to the intense power of the object that hit him. Lu returned safely to his family, and they were happy to see that he brought Dia along with him. Thank you for watching.